Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your interest to listen to this topic. I'm Suryani. I'm a teaching fellow from Asian Languages and Cultures. My department, we train teachers to teach mother tongue languages. So you have Chinese language, Malay language, and also Tamil language. For myself, I definitely teach Malay language. Okay, first and foremost, I would like to thank the Teaching and Learning Committee for the I3G grant. Thank you so much. Yeah, I welcome more funding from them. And also for my team. Yeah, this is when, okay, let me. Okay, so this is my team. From ALC, I have Dr. Rosana, Dr. Rozam, and Mr. Irwan, and we have in-learning, and also we have a colleague from ACIS. So these are the people who help us in the success of the project. Can I have this is not working. Yeah. My clicker is not working. Okay, so we have two partners from Adapt-Me. They are the service provider for the adaptive learning system itself. So maybe we can hear from Daniel from Adapt-Me about his take on adaptive learning. Oh, there's no sound. Okay, never mind. So it's okay, we carry on. So what Daniel wanted to say about what adaptive learning is all about. So it's okay, I can proceed with our take on adaptive learning. Okay, so the aim of the project is actually to develop a system that is able to individualize the learning experience of our students. So the learning experience is to support their learning of the Malay morphology. And we know that each student is unique in their learning style, in their ability. So this is where the adaptive system is really helpful for the students. We all know about doing DI, but how much intricate can we do DI? We can group students in a lower group, in the lower and in the middle, and also in the higher progress. But each individual students may have weaknesses and may have strength, or they need more help in very different, very unique area. So this is where adaptive learning comes in. And I piloted this project with my Malay morphology students who are in the diploma program, the BA program, and also the PGDE program. So we evaluate the effectiveness of this program that we have developed. We call it PALAS. And we tried to make it a seamless experience for our students, and the single sign-on to see whether it works for them and whether they feel that they are actually learning from our blackboard itself. Okay, why adaptive learning technology? As I said, I have different programs, students from different programs, and they have different starting point. Some of our students, they came straight from GC. Some of them from Polytechnic. And you know, in the Singapore system, at Polytechnic, you don't learn mother tongue languages. So this is where the gap there, they need they may not be exposed to the grammar, the Malay grammar, as much as those who came directly from junior colleges. And we also have student teachers who are career switchers. So they switch career after they work for some time, for a while, and then they become student teachers. So they might have a big gap in this grammar knowledge. So this is where the starting point is different. And they need help in personalize their learning. So this is where adaptive learning provides customized program adjustment for them, because it will react to the student's level of demonstrated skills. So if student A is able to do topic A, and student B is not able to do topic A, then student A can proceed to topic B, but student B, the one that could not do topic A, will have to remediate, will have to redo that topic again. So this is where, on their own, they will learn at their own pace. And personalized instruction helps to personalize the students' acceleration in study. So those who are fast, they can go faster, and those who need more help, they'll be able to get more help from the system. And definitely, I love this because it frees up my time to do a certain topic, so that I can discuss a more difficult topic in depth with my students. Okay, what can be adapted? You can adapt the content, looking at the student's specific answer, and then it will respond with unit hints, feedback, or even resources that I've provided in the system. Adaptive assessment. So these tools can change the question the student receives based on response to a previous question. Supposing, because in the question itself, it is calibrated as easy, difficult, and medium. Okay? So if a student is able to do an easy task, the student will get a more difficult question for the next item. But if a student could not even do a simple task, the next item will be a simple one also. So this is where the AI, the machine learning in the system, will be able to detect the student's ability. Adaptive sequence. Okay, because the system will continuously collect the student's data, and it will provide what the student will see next. Some students will proceed to another topic. Some students will have to go back to the topic to learn, to relearn. So this is where students will have their own unique path. Not everyone will be doing the same thing. Okay, this is the framework that we use when we do our PALAS. You can see that we need to map the curriculum and generate the item, the content. So this is where the expertise of the faculty in the content itself, in the grammar itself. So this is where we really need to see whether we are fulfilling our curriculum, and also we are the one who will be doing the items, the lessons inside the system. And then when the students go into the system, they will have to go through what we call initial knowledge check or initial skill check. The system will ask the student to do a knowledge check, so that after that knowledge check, the system will be able to place the student their next lesson. So if a student during the knowledge check, they are performing maybe 25% of what they're supposed to know, the next lesson will be an easier one for the students. But if the system recognizes that the students have already a very high entry point, so the student will see a lesson which is equivalent to his or her demonstrated performance. Okay, and then we will have the learning loop. So this learning loop will help the student when they are learning in the system itself. Before we get, as teachers, we will be able to look at the progress of the students from the learning analytics. This is what the student will see when they enter PALAS. You can see that they need to do the pre-course diagnostic quiz. So this is the initial knowledge check that they need to do before they even go into the lesson, the proper lesson. And this is the learning loop, PALAS learning loop. You can see that diagnostic placement will come in first. Every new learners, every new user will have to go through this. The system will remember you. Supposing this is my first time, I will need to do this placement test. But after I've done certain lesson, and when I come back again, the system will remember me. It will bring me back to the place, to the last lesson that I've completed. It will remember my ability in that topic. And so we will have this loop, the engagement, where it is an introduction to the topic. And after that, present will be the lesson itself. And also after that, the student will go through guided practice where if they have wrong answer, they can get hints, they can get help from the system. And after that, the system, PALAS will actually assess the student. So the outcome of that assessment will be the yardstick whether they can go on to the next concept or they have to do some remediation. Okay, let's look at the authoring tools. So this is where, for Malay grammar, I'm teaching affixes. And for Malay grammar, we have 4 types of affixes, which is prefix, suffix, circumfix, and infix. So those who are teaching languages, you will understand this. So these are the 4 main topics that I'm teaching the student. And for each topic, we have subtopic. Prefix for noun, prefix for verb, and prefix for adjective. And for Malay, for verb itself, we have several types of prefix. And you have the prefix for transitive and the prefix for intransitive. Okay, so when the student goes in, there'll be an initial skill check. This is the authoring page. Skill check where we check all the 16 topics. Can you look at okay, this one. These are all the subtopics that they need to, the system will push the students so that to check where they are. So are they good in prefix for nouns, or they need more help with suffix for, say, verb? So this is where the system will learn the ability of the students. And then, so for each topic, the learning loop is for the student to engage in the introduction, and then after that they will learn the topic itself, and after that do some assessment, some exercises before they go for the real assessment. So let's look at it. This is example of the engagement. The engage where it's an introduction to verb. This is for example, so the student will go through the lesson. Okay, now lesson you can, it can be in a form of video, in a form of even simple PowerPoint. And then for present, they will do a lesson on prefix itself. For example, this is intransitive verb. Now we have transitive verb, intransitive verb, so very intricate when you want to teach grammar. So this is where it will free up my time to teach other topics. So this topic, the students can do it on their own, self-directed learning. Okay, this is the guided practice. You notice that we have this. So this is where the tagging comes in, whether it's hard, medium, or easy. And when the student get it right, this is the solution, these are the hints. Okay, you will explain to the student why you get it right, why you get it wrong. After several practices, then the student will be asked to do the assessment. And assessment also, like I said, medium, hard, and easy. So depending on what the students answer, what the student get, for this time round, the system will not tell the student what went wrong, because this is considered the assessment itself. So, roughly a student will have, this is the learning loop. The student will have to do all this, the engage, present, guided practice, and also assessment. Okay. After that, after they have completed all the topics, the 16 topics, then they will have to go through post-skill check. So this is where we will know whether there is an improvement, and as a teacher, as the instructor, I will be able to look at the student's performance just by looking at the analytics, the student analytics. So this is where I will know what are the topics, what are the subtopics that my student needs intervention. Okay, because this is adaptive, we know that some students, they are very good. Because they are very good, we need to have something that will still motivate them to keep on learning. And so we prepare this expert loop question. And students who perform very well, the system will prompt them to do this expert loop question. Okay, and this expert loop question also, you can see that we have 3 levels also, easy, medium, and hard. So this is what easy looks like. Provide the correct affixes. Medium will be identify words that need affixes. And hard will be identify and edit wrongly affixed words. It's like error analysis. So it will be very difficult. Not everybody can do. Because when I look at the learning analytics, only several students are able to reach that expert loop. So if the more students who are able to reach the expert loop, that means they are improving very well. And we have feedback to monitor our students. So there's 4 types of feedback: on-screen tooltips, real-time feedback for practice item, and check-in function. Feedback on mastery progress. Okay, then look at feedback. So on-screen tooltip, the student will receive this something like, let's go over the instructional material after the exercise. So this is something to motivate the students to, it's like the student, there is someone, a learning buddy with the student, so that to encourage them to move on, to progress to another page. Okay, on-screen tooltip also, you can have feedback like, next we'll do some additional easy exercises, almost there, let's tackle a difficult exercise next. So this is something to motivate the students. And we have real-time feedback for practice item. So like for this one, you can look at the stars there, it says, it says in Malay, okay, your answer is correct, you know, why is it correct, so that the student know, because some of the questions are in multiple choice, and the student may just by luck click the correct one. So it makes sense to also explain why your answer is correct. And we have the check-in function. So if the students, like, you know, sometimes when they do certain work and it gets difficult, and then they just leave it for a while, but if it's too long, we will encourage the student to, do you want to carry on, or do you want to re-look into the lesson again? And this feedback is for the students themselves to see. It's like a mastery meter, so they know where they are. Instead of saying you are good, you are not good. So they just look at the meter to see where they are. Okay, this is the tutor dashboard that I was talking about. You can, if you refer to the Mastered Plus, so these are the students that have done the more difficult question. And I know that these students is shaky. So one look, I know which student needs help. And I will also know which topic needs intervention very quickly. And I can go by student level, and I can also go by class level. Because I have 3 different programs, right? I have diploma, and I have BA, and I also have PGDE, postgraduate PGDE. So they are in my 3 different classes, so I need to see them as a whole, everybody, and as a class. And also I can look at student level. So let's just look at the finding very quickly. So we had 2 pilots. For pilot 1, we have 44 users, and for pilot 2, no, my students, it's a very small number. We have 53. If you look at the total number of hours, why is it that the second pilot, the total hours used is lesser? It's like almost half. Because by then, by second pilot, they are used to the platform, so they are comfortable with the navigation, and this is where. So if we are using this for a long time, they get better in the navigation, so they get used to it, and time will be spent lesser on having that issue on navigating. Okay, so I think then for pilot 1 and pilot 2, both, I can really see the difference that for pilot 1, you can see that medium number of attempt per student was 2. Because when they get it wrong, they will attempt for the second time. But for pilot 2, they get better. Medium number of attempt per concept by student was 1. And then learning gains. Both show medium learning gains, but I'm happy to see that for pilot 2, the learning gains is more. The effect size was 0.63 compared to 0.41. Okay, the learner feedback. What feedback that they have given me? In terms of motivation, you can see that there's increase in number of how motivated they are. How motivated do you feel to learn Malay grammar when using PALAS? So they get more motivated when they are more comfortable with PALAS. So they are more focused in the content itself, and they feel motivated to learn using PALAS. Has PALAS helped you to better understand the concept of affixes? Okay, the first one say 100%, yes. The second one, there's always somebody not sure. Okay, I think because the second one, we included more question, because question for adaptive learning to be very effective, you need to have a large number of items. Okay, because this is proof of concept, I managed to put in around 1,000. I think 2,000 items will be very good, because students will get to look at different type of question, similar but different type. Okay, but I love to see that they think that they have improved. Have you noticed any improvement in your mastery level on the concept of affix since using PALAS? Yes, it looks more. And what about confidence? This is very important. Do you think PALAS has helped you to become more confident in your ability to teach Malay morphology to your students? Okay, we can see that we have more percentage there that they are confident. Okay, so yeah, I think there will be no sound, but these are the paper that I have published for this PALAS. So there's a journal paper there, and we have presented quite a number on conferences. And there's a paper at the learning at NIE, the digital publication also. Okay, so thank you.